What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you tune in to another edition of my vlog. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you support. You know, I'm all about that positivity and that motivation. And I look forward to seeing you guys who are in the Bay Area at the Monterey meet and greet, August 17th, Cannery Row. And it's going down 3 p.m. Make sure you guys check out the Instagram for all the notices that'll be coming up leading up to the meet and greet in Monterey Pebble Beach Car Week. Anyways, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about playing your role in the relationship. See, a lot of times guys don't really know what their role is outside of laying down a hammer. And a lot of guys, I don't even think they got a hammer. I think they got maybe a little, one of them little baby nubs. You know, one of those little things that it takes you 10 times to knock a nail in, because the way these dudes talk about how bad their relationship is, I know they ain't laying down the hammer. And they always complaining about what's not happening in the bedroom. First off, you gotta lay down some ground rules, man. You can't allow the relationship to start off one way but turn into something else. See, it's called the bait and switch move. It's when they start off basically handling business, whether it's keeping the little man happy, tossing your salad, whatever the case may be, and then it leads to once a month they put you on restriction because they know they already got you whipped. And you wonder, why would a woman put you on restriction? Is it because she's trying to take away your manhood, or is she trying to show you who really runs the relationship? Well, a lot of times it's a combination of both. Who's running a relationship and taking away your manhood. Because the more she can knock that thing out the box, the weaker and weaker you become, and the more insecure you become, and then you're gossiping among your other male co-workers about all these other women sounding like Atlanta housewives. So you men, you gotta you gotta stay pushing. And what I mean by pushing is pushing forward as far as in your objective as far as the relationship's concerned, and laying down the ground rules. If it ain't working, then hey, you get to stepping, man. If you're that unhappy, why would you continue to partner up with somebody who's trying to deprive you of everything you represent? If you want to get freaky, you should be able to get freaky every night with your girlfriend, with your wife, with your spouse. You should be able to handle business every night. When they start talking about, there's only certain dates that it can happen, then something ain't right. There's no way I would go for any of that. I know a dude, man. This dude's a cold sucker, man. And he came into the situation as a sucker, so he just maintained a sucker status. He hooked up with this what he thought was a bad little Russian broad, right? Looking like one of the Bond girls. And he put her on a pedestal, wined and dined her and did all this stuff. The broad never paid for anything. I'm talking about Nobu, Ruth Chris, you name it. And every time they go out, they drink like fish. She match him drink for drink, $300-$400 nights drinking. And he puts her in these little outfits where, everybody's looking and this and that. And the broad, she got a body like a 14-year-old boy. She ain't got no booty, ain't really got no breasts, just, popsicle stick. But I guess, because of the long blonde hair, he thinks she's hot. Anyways, I'm asking this dude, I'm like, dude, you doing all this, have you hit? He's like, what do you mean? I said, man, have you tapped them guts? Have you rumbled them them folds? Have you, laid down the hammer? Have you let her know what Thor is? He's like, nah, man, I just got a massage, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? You've been messing with this bra for 8-9 months and you ain't put, oh, man, she ain't that type of girl. Man, come on, man. You got to be kidding me. She ain't that type of girl. But on the slide, she talking about, she name dropping, oh, I was in the studio with this dude, and I was hanging out with this guy, and oh, I know so-and-so, so-and-so. And everybody she naming, I know they cold coochie assassins. These dudes is not having groupies around who ain't putting out. And yet, this dude's talking about, oh, she's not into that. I said, man, you gotta be kidding me. On top of it, she had some dude that she apparently had married to try to get her citizenship, but she wasn't really feeling him, so they kind of have some little open thing going on. So this broad's all about getting her papers and getting her paper. And so, dude, I look at this guy like, man, I ought to fix some little cold tricks on him, because I know he'll come out the pocket quick. No game, man. Some dudes think that they got a little money, got a little bebop, and they like, oh man, dude, just because you don't mean you got the mouthpiece, man. Don't mean you got the mentality. It's not. It has to go beyond the trinkets. You gotta have the mentality for it also. But yeah, man, this cat, man, I looked at the broad and I couldn't see how he entered. There's no way I would have been entertaining any female for no 8-9 months, and I ain't blew her back out. She would have been in a cast. I would have blown her back out so bad. I'm not gonna go and hang out with her, then go and touch myself after I had her over here all day, or go look at something. I mean, come on, man. That's some weirdo stuff, man. If you got a hot lady in the house and you constantly looking at porn on the thing because you fantasizing, but you ain't going in there to bust her guts, man, what's wrong with you? And I think that's what this cat was doing. He watching all these old videos, Pornhub and Braziers and all this stuff, and then he looking at her, and then he fantasizing, but yet he ain't getting it wet. No good, man. That's some sucker moves, man. And I'm gonna put you guys up, man, because you ain't supposed to be on no sucker time out there. Nobody who gets down with Big Herc should be on no sucker time, man. You gotta come in and put it down, and you shouldn't be talking about your girl, your wife, your spouse behind their back, and basically having everybody else that knows her look at her sideways. If you're gonna talk mess about the person you lay your head down with, then there's some serious problems going on. You need to terminate that relationship, because she's looking like a fool, or he's looking like a fool. If that's your boyfriend. As far as you women out there, I mean, it's not that's not something you do and then expect there to be any harmony in the relationship. So you got to keep yourself on the up and up when it comes to handling your business. And another thing, man, if you're not progressing together, I mean, life, financially, sexually, all these things should be constantly evolving. If you guys been doing it for 10 years missionary style, try something different, man. Go get you a room on the beach and do it on the beach, or do it on the rooftop, or do it upside down, get it freaky. Do something different. But you got to keep evolving to keep each other entertained. Otherwise, it gets dry, it gets boring, and it gets old. And you might even have to bring another little party into the situation. Ain't nothing wrong with having two coochies. Two coochies is better than one. So if you can make that happen, then hey, I give you a high five. A lot of y'all don't even know, but most of your females is probably down for that type of program. But you ain't holler at her right. because you on some sucker shit. So get off the sucker time and step your game up. But don't let no female take your manhood, man. You know, I know dudes running around with high blood pressure, stressed out. You know, they're not getting any, and just, dude, well, I would rather, man, here, take this. I'm out. I'll start fresh. I'm a macadocious type of dude. So it ain't nothing for me to go and make it happen again. But there ain't no way I'm gonna sit around and be miserable because of, you know, some type of paperwork that's keeping everything in play, man. It ain't worth it, man. You live once, man. You live once, and the thing is, if something happens to you, if you have a heart attack or become ill, she can go out there and get her another hammer. Somebody else gonna be pounding them guts while you laying up in the bed. So you thinking that she ain't gonna fulfill her fantasies? Yeah, she's gonna get them fulfilled, all right, but it ain't gonna be about you. These women, man, they outsmarting a lot of you guys out there, man. You guys are slow to trot, man. Game goofy, drunk punch. You don't know what what's swinging and what's dangling, and that's because everything's just been flipped, man. Women got you guys scared, and a lot of y'all don't even know how to don't know how to even carry on a conversation, let alone take it to the next level. But I'm gonna give you some game, y'all. Carry yourself with confidence and never act as though you are not bossed up in a situation, man. Because once you start relinquishing that power, ain't no way to get it back. I've seen women, they crumble dudes like that. These guys become mice, just all beat up emotionally, and it takes its toll, man. I've seen a lot of dudes run around these relationships, man, and women just got them on a straight leash. You guys, hey, it doesn't have to be like that. You could be the one handling business, but you got to step your game up, and it requires you to do what you're supposed to do as far as in the bedroom, conversation wise, and with the pocketbook. But this is enough game for one video. I'm gonna keep y'all laced up. Big Herc 916.